Welcome. Today we're going to cover the homepage and menu tabs within RollPage interface. Let's begin. So when you first log on to RollPage, what you're looking at right now is going to be the main homepage. Now, depending upon your user group and profile, your homepage might look a little bit different, but in the end, the homepage is going to be your main location within RollPage tab system that gives all your information. One thing you should keep in mind is you can actually customize the homepage by selecting the Customize in the very top and now modifying by either adding or removing or just changing the layout of your homepage. So again, the homepage by default has certain characteristics such as the categories, tasks, renewals, but you can modify that to whatever you're looking for. But this is going to be the main homepage for RollPage. So whenever you click on Today within the tabs menu, this is going to be the main link. Underneath Today, you'll notice there's going to be a set of drop-down options for a news prospect, available units, find person, calculator. That's going to be a subheader that's always going to be available. So whether you're on the Today tab, Prospect tab, Applicant tab, those are always going to be available. Right now we're on the Prospect tab, so this is going to be where you're adding, removing guest cards, modifying current guest cards for activity for leads. And there's different ways you can search through your leads. If you click on New right there, that's going to be a new lead. This is where you actually enter in your traffic. So this is going to be more your walk-in traffic, but also will include any type of email traffic you might receive and or phone traffic as well. So one thing when you're entering, obviously your guest cards, this is one area of RollPage you'll be using a lot, especially on a leasing level end. You'll be here a lot just to start the application process once you have people apply. Next to Today, and then after Prospect tab, you have the Applicant tab. This is going to be where you have pending applicants that are going through the application process. So very similar to the Prospect tab, you could modify the search by the unit, the name and stuff like that. Now this tab, which is the Resident tab, is truly going to be the most important tab you'll probably be using, because this is going to be where maybe your full current rent roll will be within this tab. So unless they're a prospect or a pending application, any future move-ins and current residents that currently occupy the apartment home will be found within this tab. But again, very similar to Applicant tab and the Prospect tab, you can basically locate by unit, by name. There's a lot of different parameters you can use to search. The next tab is Facilities. Now Facilities is basically maintenance. So this is where you can modify work orders, create work orders, close out work orders, or just look at your general workflow with work orders, which is what we're looking at to kind of manage your work order options. Within the same link, again, you can actually click on New Service Request to add new work orders, which is very easy. But keep in mind, you have the New Requests area located in a drop-down header underneath tabs, which are going to be permanent links for certain activities. Now, when you look at the Purchasing tab, for the Purchasing tab, think of purchasing as invoicing. We'll skip that for right now, but if you pay bills, that's where you pay bills. Budgeting, we'll skip for right now. Docs, we'll skip for right now. Reports. Now, this is going to be one large area you're actually going to be navigating probably on a daily basis. So you have some links to the left-hand side where you have just links to certain reports you might use a lot. Although typically you'll be pulling all reports, and it actually generates all the different reports you're looking for, whether it be a unit availability report, which you report and print actually every day for your team, and or a box score, work orders and stuff like that. If you click on availability, this is kind of the interface that all the reports will kind of feed. You have options typically to use either a PDF printout and or Excel. I typically tend to use Excel, but depending upon your needs, you can use a PDF if you're just going to print the doc for your team. And then after reports, you have the Payments tab. Same thing, we'll skip this for now, but if you're posting payments, this is going to be the tab you're going to use to actually post your payments for RollPage for the residents using the check scanner. And to really close the final three tabs, which you probably will not use too often, is going to be the Admin tab, Setup tab, and the Learning tab. Depending upon your setup options as a user, you may not even see these. If you do have access, this is where you change your market rent schedule reports. This is where you add amenity codes. This is actually where you can go in and modify your setup for RollPage. So if you have the access, definitely encourage you to take a look at that. Just be careful when you're modifying certain things. If you don't, then you should be good to go. Really in closing, when it comes to RollPage and any software, process. It's going to be repetition on your end to really try these steps over and over, and then really just making sure that you get comfortable within the system. So again, we'll just stress repetition. This really concludes our training for today, and thank you.